Nobody puts baby in the corner. I could have been a contender instead of a bum, which is what I am. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Do you remember Paris? I remember it well. The Germans wore gray and you wore blue.
Ready? Action!
Nobody puts baby in the car.
I don't know, Home Alone?
Stop.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. Go.
He's looking at you, kid.
Name that film.
Casablanca?
Correct.
Alright.
I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it out.
But you gotta stand up and sing. I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore.
But look in the camera when
It's on
you say
YouTube.
action. Nobody puts baby.
Hey, when I say action.
Baby in the corner.
But you gotta stand up.
Nobody puts baby in the
Alright, let me get over here, dude. Right? Here's looking at you, kid. Ready? Action.
I forgot what you said. Here's looking at
Here's looking at you, kid.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Alright, but don't pick your nose.
Don't pick your nose. He is looking at you, kid.
Hope we both
He's
got
looking at you, kid.
You're gonna say,
Do you
remember Paris, Rick? And you're gonna say, I remember it well. The Germans wore gray, you wore blue. Alright? Let's practice it first.
Let's practice.
Hold on, let's
Some
get that
outtakes.
double in.
What was he?
What?
What was I supposed to say?
You gotta say, do you remember Paris, Rick?
Okay.
And now you're gonna say,
I remember it very well. The Germans wear gray and you wear blue.
but don't say I remember it very well. Just say I remember it well.
Yeah,
The Germans wore gray. You wore blue. Not wear. All right?
Yeah,
You ready?
Do you remember Patrick? I remember it well. The Germans wore gray and you wore blue.
All right, that's pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's go for great. Let's go for great.
Let's go for great.
All right, you ready?
No, I forgot.
And
Let's go for gray.
let's go for great. Hey, here's some tourists. Yeah, ask them where they're from.
Where are you from? They're already there.
You ready on these lines? Let's hit it great.
I forgot.
You're gonna say,
I don't remember.
alright, you're gonna say, do you remember Paris, Rick? And then you're gonna say, I remember it well. The Germans wore gray and you wore blue.
Do you remember Paris, Rick? I remember it well. The Germans wore gray and you wore blue.
Alright, now let's do it, but you gotta talk to each other.
You gotta talk
So
to each
you're
other.
looking at each other and you're asking, do you remember Paris? And you're Rick. And then you say, I remember it well. Let's stand this way. So this is called blocking. So we can see both you guys in the picture. You ready? And action.
Do you remember Paris, Rick? I remember it well. The Germans were gray and you were blue. War.
You say word. It's war.
War. Like I wore those clothes.
I can't remember war very good.
Now you're doing very well.
You're doing very well.
Good. I like it. You got some talent.
Yeah, I have a talent show and I need this talent.
Ready on a set? And action.
Do you remember Patrick?
Can we do one more take? But make it smooth, make it flow. I remember it well. The Germans wore gray, you wore blue.
It's
like that.
hard.
I know it's hard, but this is acting. You ready? And no nose picking either. And action.
Do you remember Patrick?
Hold on, one at a time.
Do you remember Patrick? I remember it well. The Germans wore blue and you wore,
yeah, the Germans wore gray and you wore blue. Yeah, the Germans had gray uniforms. A little louder on a projection, all right? If you gotta, you gotta really, you gotta project. This is from On the Waterfront. You're gonna say, I could have been a contender instead of a bum, which is what I am. You ready? Action.
I could have been a waterfall.
A contender. Okay, I could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender, but I am a bum.
I could have been a contender instead of a bum, which is what I am. Action.
It's hard to remember. I could have been a contender instead of a bum, which is what I am.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am. Let's face it. It was you, Chuck.